all professions have ethical guidelines and standards of conduct. Strangely, the investment advisory profession has two. One is suitability, and the other is the fiduciary standard. Suitability requires the firm or individual to have a reasonable basis to believe a recommended strategy is suitable for a client. Fiduciary standard, meanwhile, requires a fiduciary to act in their client's best interest at all times when providing financial advice. The gap between these two standards is wide and deep, yet so simple it can be illustrated on a napkin. Let's say Joe has recently left his job at the local Toyota dealership and joined the Ford dealership. Joe's specialty at Toyota was SUVs. A few weeks later, a customer comes in looking for a mid-size SUV. Joe asks the customer some questions, and the more he hears, the more he thinks a Toyota Highlander would be perfect. In other words, it is in the customer's best interest for Joe to suggest a Highlander. But, of course, Joe and the dealership are not going to make any money if they send the customer over to Toyota. So they find him a suitable Ford. Good for Joe, good for the dealership, okay for the customer. Unfortunately, there are many examples of bad behavior in the financial industry. Over a 14-year period, Wells Fargo's management set wildly unrealistic new account goals for their branches, and the penalty for failing to achieve those goals was brutal. In fact, Wells Fargo fired over 5,000 employees for not meeting their new account goals. 5,000. Naturally, employees' survival mode kicked in, and they found ways to pump up the new account totals. One strategy was to add insurance to car loans without their customers' knowledge. Another was opening accounts for migrant day laborers that gathered at the local 7-Eleven every morning looking for work. According to the New York Times, from 2002 to 2016, employees used fraud to meet impossible sales goals. They opened millions of accounts in customers' names without their knowledge, signed unwitting account holders up for credit card and bill payment programs, created fake personal identification numbers, forged signatures, and even secretly transferred customers' money. When the you-know-what hit the fan, Wells was sued left and right. The bank's settlement with the SEC was $3 billion. For Joe, best interests means sending the customer over to the Toyota dealership. For Wells Fargo, it means not setting unrealistic goals to avoid getting fired. Not exactly hard to understand. When considering an investment advisor, think about an independent IRA firm. Think about fee only. Think about a fiduciary. And think about working with a certified financial planner. The CFP's Code of Ethics and Standards of Conduct clearly state to act in the best interest of the client at all times when providing financial services. Like we said, it is so simple to understand.